Ghostrunners listeners, it's Jake and Brad again.
Yep.
We're going to be completely honest. Normally we try to open each episode with some sort of fun premise, some quick story to really start off the episode right. We got nothing. We got nothing. First time in 137 episodes. Like I don't think I made anything.
Just do your thing, man. Just let's see what happens if we just talk.
So anyway, what we're going to do instead is just tell you guys, I mean, we haven't recorded it yet. We're doing this all like, as we go, but what you can expect in this episode. I'm not joking. I'm finally going to tell the March Madness story that Brad's been hyping up for such a long time. March Madness. I'm going to be telling that.
I can't wait to interact with you as you tell that. We're also going to be playing a game called Guess Who's Dad?
Guess Who's Dad?
And preview from last week, or whatever. We are playing, what do we call it?
Now, Gary Vee has it copyrighted, overrated, underrated. Yes. So we cannot play that. On top rated or underneath rated, I believe is what it's called.
Yes, on top rated, underneath rated.
We have a very festive jingle and maybe some stories from Trey Kennedy's Christmas party that Brad and I went to last night. Roll the intro music.
I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning with Jake and Brad, Ghostrunners podcast.
Ghostrunners podcast.
Wow, we should do that more.
Yeah.
That was no problem. You didn't have to be funny at all. We just told them what was already in our notes.
Yeah. Maybe we should just not be funny anymore.
Yeah. Why are we trying to do a comedy podcast?
I don't know. Are we doing a comedy podcast, or is it just like we're just talking about our lives and every once in a while we make funny jokes?
And people want to take pictures with us in public for some reason.
Yeah.
We're like, I didn't even know people were listening. I was just talking to Brad.
Yeah.
Oh, those things were microphones? Oh, I don't know what that was in front of me.
I thought that was like a really skinny pillow. I just kind of lean up against.
Home Goods is selling crazy stuff. I thought it was some sort of table decor.
I mean, do not sit on it. I'll just say that.
It's not a water torpedo.
Yeah.
I'll say that. It looks like it.
So it's like Monday. What's today's date that they're listening to this?
It'll be December 20th.
Yeah.
So Christmas week.
Christmas week.
Hey
coming
guys,
up.
It's not December 20th for us because I took a leave of absence.
Yeah, an LOA. So we're recording Sunday night, December 12th.
9:30 p.m.
What are you guys doing right now? On December 12th.
As
you're listening to this, December 20th.
Backwards time, Inception.
20th, 12th. Yeah. So here we are. We're doing it. We hung out earlier today, which was fun. We got to watch the Chiefs. Guys, I don't know if you know this.
Guys, they're whooping them.
The Chiefs are amazing. What was it today?
Doesn't matter.
38-9? Something like that. 35-0 in the first. No, 35-3 in the first half. I mean, just stop having any doubt with Patrick F. Mahomes and Andy F. Reid. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Just know that they are going to win the Super Bowl again.
And what? 4 days ago when we were listening to this, we played primetime Thursday night against the Chargers. Probably no problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
are you kidding? Like,
no.
Everyone's like, Justin Herbert. Oh, watch out for Justin Herbert.
His last name is Herbert.
It stinks that the second best quarterback, the upcoming quarterback plays the same division as us. Blah, 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 blah. 38-4. We beat them. They got 2 safeties. That's it.
That's your score prediction, 38-4?
38. There were 2 bad snaps on punts. That's it. They went in the end zone. Tommy Townsend just punted them out.
It wasn't any like the main guy's fault. No one who plays.
Mahomes would never make a mistake.
Yeah. Good. Anyway, I got to see Brad earlier today, and he was dressed in exactly what he was wearing last night as well.
No, as a great life hack. So yeah, last night, as Jake kind of alluded, we went to Trey's Christmas party. And that's the best thing about when you go out and like dress up on a Saturday night is that you know exactly what you're wearing to church the next morning.
Yeah.
It's like, I can just put this on this. Do you have like somewhere where you put your clothes
clean chair?
Yeah, exactly. We have a little chair that we've never sat on. We just have in our room to put our clothes that aren't that dirty on.
Yeah, I love picking out chairs, like going to like a furniture store. Like, which chair do I want to put clean clothes on?
Yeah, no, this one seems like it has a pretty nice back. And so
I can fold a lot of clothes over.
It would fold well.
It can hold a heavy coat.
Exactly.
No problem.
It won't tip over with a heavy coat. You put a pea coat on there, you are just fine.
No problem. His and hers.
Yes.
Pea coat holders.
Right. So yeah, I was just like I told Kathy, I was like, I don't have any shame in it. I'm going to wear the exact same thing. And with full knowledge of like, all my friends will see me the next day and know exactly that I wore the same thing.
The second you walked in, which by the way, I was already in your house, but the second you walked into your house and I was already there, we're like, whoa, late night, Ellis.
I was like, yeah, is it yesterday already?
Just getting in from last night.
It was great though. So
Is it yesterday already? Is that a phrase, or did you just make that up?
I made it up.
That's funny.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, I don't know if I bet somebody said that before, but I don't think it's like from. Oh, that's from Elf. Remember,
Okay.
you know,
Gary Vee doesn't have a copyright.
do you ever do that? Like, I think just the other day, when we were brainstorming for Jean Shorts or like filming Jean Shorts, whatever, shooting, I think you said something and I was like, what's that from? Because sometimes like as somebody that like make jokes a lot or like as like somebody that has that personality, but also as a guy, you're always like, oh, that's funny. That must be from a movie. And you're like, I don't know. I'll just making something up.
Oh, it was during the podcast last week. I was like, you're watching TV. You're watching TV.
Yeah. And I was like, what is that? And you're like, I don't know. Just be goofy.
You want to know? I realized it once I listened back to it. In the moment, I was like, I don't know. I'm just doing that.
Yeah.
But it was from something.
What is it?
It was like the same cadence of like talking as the movie Tommy Boy. When he's like trying to do the sales pitch where he eventually sets the car on fire.
Yeah.
He's like, let me talk to you about this. You're driving around, kids in the back, shut up, whatever. I think it was from that. So nothing's original.
Yeah. What does he say when they
Wee, meat wagon's coming.
Yeah, here comes a meat wagon. Fun fact about that is that my sister Julie once like spoke. They used to have like this youth event like once a month, like for like Christian youth, and she spoke at it one time. And so I saw like for whatever reason she used that clip in the speech.
Oh,
and so it was the first time I'd ever seen Tommy. It was like when I was like 8 years old. I went to watch her do this, and yeah, she did like it was like to Tommy Boy, and I was like, I have
some
no idea.
Christian speech.
What kind of movie is this? Don't know what the illustration was that needed to have that. But
Good
anyway,
for her.
yeah. Yeah, it was kind of funny, like walking into my house and my friends are already there, but it wasn't the first time.
No, yeah. And we had just walked in. Hadn't even turned on the TV yet.
There you go.
Probably because the Garland's in the way.
Dude, that darn Garland. We're going to record a conservative dad Christmas video this week. And I'm going to talk about the Garland with the clicker. Yeah. The darn Garland's in the way of my clicker. I've started unironically using the word clicker every once in a while. I'm like, stop, Brad. It's remote control. It's remote control. Stop it.
Or just remote.
Yeah.
I remember,
are you hearing the Morse code?
There is beeping happening.
Dude.
Huh.
Is that the aliens?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You guys probably definitely can't hear it, but just imagine you guys are in the middle of recording a podcast in an empty house that hasn't been lived in 2 weeks. And all of a sudden in your headphones, you just hear beep, 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 beep.
All of a sudden
beep,
a
beep,
telegram from Iwo Jima.
Is this a day that will live in infamy?
Yeah,
I
right.
don't know if that means anything.
Holy cow.
The remote control just reminded me, and also a little preview. It involves someone with the March Madness story.
Okay.
We tried to have a DTR one time, and she was like, "What's DTR? Don't touch the remote." And I was like, "No."
Do you want to have a DTR? Don't touch the remote.
She's like,
Yes,
that
that is what we were going to do.
I want to talk about it. Who gets let's say we end up together. Who gets the remote?
Yeah.
How do we decide? Because I'd like to say, don't touch the remote.
Yeah, I would say let's do a DTR. That's actually a pretty fun idea for a Jean Shorts video, is like Christian sayings that other people don't have any idea what they are.
Yeah.
Because don't you think DTR is like a Christian thing?
Maybe it
is.
is.
Oh gosh, I just got a text. It didn't buzz in
Good,
time.
good.
I saw it over here before I got the buzz.
Quick
I
fingers.
muted it. Whew.
Quick fingers. Yeah, it could be fun. Like speaking Christianese.
Yeah. DTR. I don't know what else it would be like.
I mean, just like the fluffy things that people
On my
say.
heart. Like, whoa.
On top.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah. What would some other good examples be? Just on my heart's good.
Like it's just on my heart. Like, my quiet time. I don't think other people have quiet times.
You're probably like, what does that mean?
Yeah. What's like when you like wake up and you haven't checked your phone yet, and then you go poop. Like you're on your phone. Like, is that your quiet time? I don't know.
That's probably good.
Yeah, we could brainstorm a little more.
Let it be your words and not mine.
Yeah.
Whose words?
What do you mean?
Why would it not be? Why would it not be your words?
Oh yeah, dude. Our church right now is doing Revelation.
Yeah, I was talking to Catherine about that.
Yeah, it's so good, dude. I mean, it's so amazing. It's so complicated and wild.
Yeah.
But I always think like if somebody just came into this church right now that's just like not a Christian and doesn't have any background, like it's already like there's some verses in the Bible that are already pretty like, whoa, the blood of the lamb was slain, whatever. Like, but this is like next level, dude. It's like amazing. I mean, but it's amazing. And it's like the pastor does such a good job of bringing it back and making it hopefully like attainable and understandable for people that aren't believers. But yeah, it's just like, what in the world? Like, yeah.
I think about that when like you're at a church or maybe it's your church and they're having a sermon about like giving.
Mhm.
And it's like, dang, I hope nobody's new today.
Yeah.
It's not normally like this.
Yeah.
I think he just has to do this once a year. I don't know. I think the elders are making him do it.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know enough about like the true stereotypes versus like the stereotypes that Christians give each other. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I think I hear like, oh yeah, like people say that we talk about giving too much or whatever. I don't know, but I don't know if that's really true, or if that's just like our own, whatever, what's the word? Insecurities. But
Sure.
anyway, Trey's party. last
Anyway,
night.
yeah, the dress code was Christmas cocktail, which is
Mhm.
hard to figure out. But I just wore a suit. I was like, I'm just gonna play it safe and just wear a suit.
You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
You
And
always take off the blazer if you were overdressed,
Uh-huh.
but you weren't. You look great.
I was talking to Alan, which was pretty cool. I definitely want to make a point to say hi to him, and because he drove all the way up from Tulsa.
Yeah,
Just
I
for
saw
this.
him there and I was like, hey, Alan, what's up? And then I was like, wait a second. You live in Tulsa. Yeah.
Because so it was funny because he was like, I gave him a hard time because he was wearing an outfit that I'd seen him wear on stage before.
Mm.
And he's like, yeah, you know my secrets. Like nobody else knows, you know, like, I'm repeating outfits or whatever. But he's like, it's funny. Like I didn't know this was like, I didn't know the dress code.
Yeah.
He was like, I was excited. I was like, I might be a little overdressed tonight and I don't mind, you know, like I might be looking pretty sharp tonight. And he was pretty underdressed.
Yeah. It's pretty rare to have a dress code really at all for anything besides a wedding these days. Right.
Mhm.
Like,
Well, it's all black tie optional.
right. but like, I really quickly like looked at first of all, I wasn't planning on going. I was
You weren't.
Catherine is my wonderful angel who's just like, usually like, I don't really feel like we should, you know, whatever. I'm not up for that. Let's just stay home. And I'm like, great.
You got so much going on.
Yeah. I genuinely was like, yeah, I would work during that time and you could, you know, sit by the stockings and watch, you know, whatever.
Your
Gilmore
soaps.
Girls.
Oh,
Yeah. Your soaps. Same thing. But she's like, no, that sounds really fun. We should do it. And so I was like, okay. But it was fun.
All right.
I like, once I get there, I'm like, yeah, of course this is fun. But I also just really enjoy being home. But yeah, so I looked at the invitation, it said Christmas cocktail. And she's like, and luckily Catherine, like if it weren't for Catherine, I probably would have just worn, I don't even know what. Like
Crocs.
Yeah, probably Crocs.
Oh, I
and
thought it said Croctail.
Croctail.
Oh, that's
optional.
my bad.
No, Croctail. Yeah, Croctail. So you literally are coming with like an alligator tail.
tail coming out the back here.
Croctail optional. Croctail Christmas. But luckily she's like, no, cocktail is like somewhat fancy. Like it's like right below casual, you know, business casual or whatever. I was like, okay, great. So
I don't think it's right below.
I think it's close.
I think it's above.
Oh, really?
Business casual?
Business casual?
I wore a suit. That's way above business casual.
I think business casual. Yeah, maybe you're right. Let's look it up.
I don't know.
I think there's like so many different definitions of every definition. Does that make sense? like I bet some people would say like on Google, business casual is,
I mean, the word casual is involved. There's no way they could be nicer than a suit.
okay, here's traditional business casual versus modern business casual. Traditional business casual is pretty much what you were wearing. You were wearing a suit. This is like slacks with the blazer. But now modern business casual
Okay.
is khakis with like just a button up.
Okay. Now show me Presbyterian business casual.
Okay, let me look that up and see what comes in.
We have traditional, modern,
Presbyterian business casual. Okay, not finding much.
This is like Joel Trainer's game. Like, what can you type into Google to get the least amount of results?
Here's a guy. His name is he's on staff with Grace Presbyterian Church.
Okay.
Grace of Aiken. Let's see where Aiken is.
Ohio.
His name is Reverend Trent Still. I just love the idea of like, this is my pastor. Like somebody out there. Aiken, South Carolina.
Pretty much.
Trent Still. Here he is in Presbyterian business casual.
Oh, okay.
You think so?
Just slightly.
Just a blazer. Yeah. Khakis and a button up.
Yeah. Okay.
And like a face that hasn't been shaved in 3 days. Maybe 4. I don't know him. So.
So
Yeah,
that was the
fun.
dress code.
Yeah.
And yeah, which I kind of like trained Katie. We're like, millennials never dress up anymore. We want to like have a nice Christmas party every year. We have to dress up. And I was like, I can respect that. I'll wear a suit.
Yeah.
I couldn't find my suit pants though for a long time because I'm living in 2 places and it's just a mess.
Mm-hmm.
I found them in this basement over there underneath sawdust.
Oh, fun.
And
Underneath sawdust.
Underneath sawdust.
What do you mean? Over in
Like,
this room?
Yeah. In
There's
this
sawdust
basement.
in here?
Over that by that shelf. I don't know if you can see the shelf. But
Oh, yeah.
I just kind of knocked it off and I was like, I mean, most of it came off.
Yeah.
I have
Loose
Febreze.
sawdust. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, this is better than going to Marshall's right now and finding something that's going to I'll just,
Oh my
who cares?
gosh. Oh,
yeah.
way
just,
better.
Just wear it. Who cares? It's pants. Be different if it was like the jacket didn't look nice, but I'm like, no one's looking at pants. I think
Yeah.
pants, even if they're wrinkly, once you wear them, they don't look too bad.
Yeah.
I'll
Once
fill
you,
them out,
once you
maybe.
get some like body heat in there, you're good. Like get some body heat, get the heated seat going in the car. You're fine.
Speaking of
By the time
body
you
heat,
get
surprising topic of conversation at the party last night was a certain wedding that Harrison went to where he developed knee sweat. Were you part of this conversation?
No, I wasn't there.
Oh, it was phenomenal.
Okay.
Abby was like, telling us like, yeah, Harrison's got pretty sweaty. So I don't know how we got talking about it. He's like, one time he got, his knees got really sweaty. And
We're
like,
talking front or back of
yeah.
knees?
So it's like, oh, like the back of your knees? Like, no, like his kneecaps. I was like, no. She's like, I have a picture somewhere. Sure enough, she sends me a picture of Harrison dressed very nice at a wedding. I would say probably Southern Baptist business casual.
Okay.
And the front, it looks like he's wearing volleyball knee pads. They're such a different color than the rest of his pants. The front of his knees are so wet. I don't even know how that's possible. It was so
specifically
funny.
Not the thighs though. Like
No,
I feel
no.
like if you're sweating on your knees, it's because it's trickling down your thighs.
No, dry thighs. Just really wet knees.
I will say Harrison's style is pretty tight.
Yeah.
Both in cool factor and in like literal tightness. And so I could see him getting like, yeah, some sweaty knees, but
He claims he came up later and was like, what are you guys talking about? And then he had to defend himself. And he said like, your knee is always against like the fabric.
Okay.
When he was dancing, apparently. I don't
Maybe
know.
when you're sitting down, it's always against the fabric. Not when you're dancing, it's a little looser. That's funny.
Either way, he just claimed that it was a lot of rubbing.
Do you remember when we went to Crenshaw's wedding, the time that we recorded in the truck on the way there?
Yeah, and Isaac.
Isaac at the like ceremony, not even at the wedding, like reception where we were dancing or anything. He was like crazy pitting out.
He lost like a half gallon of sweat.
And Isaac's like, he's a skinny dude. Like he's not like, oh, he's just a big man sweating in Texas in July.
He sweats less than you and I do, but something happened that day.
Yeah. Something was off.
Off.
Something was really off. Don't you know?
Something else happened at the Christmas party last night. I learned something about you, Brad, which
Oh, good.
I don't know if I knew this before. Either way, it felt like new information.
Okay. I'm nervous.
Yeah. So we're talking in a little group.
Am I there?
No, we're talking about the 800-meter race that I ran recently.
800 meters. Okay.
Harrison and Abby are talking like, we race sometimes too. Like, no way.
Oh, gosh. Go ahead. Oh, my gosh, Catherine.
There's another couple there that's like, we've got a bit of a race too. Like, no way. And then Catherine goes, Brad and I raced. And I was like, no way. You guys have raced? And
I don't want to talk about this. I'm just kidding.
And she was like, yeah, Brad one day was saying how slow he thought I was. So I said, go outside, go meet me in the road right now. We're going to race.
Yep.
And she
Keep
said,
talking. I'll defend myself.
And she said, I said 3, 2, 1, go. And I just took off. And Brad said he was laughing too hard. And that's why he couldn't.
That's true.
Yeah, which I believe it. I believe that because that's a funny thing. Did you see Catherine so serious? All of a sudden, like, all right, we're racing right now. Pulling back. 3, 2, 1, go. Like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh, like how determined she was. But also, did she tell you that she wasn't wearing shoes? She's like so proud of that fact.
She did not mention that.
She was in the street without shoes, which that's another thing that she makes fun of me a lot is that I have very sensitive feet. Because I didn't grow up without shoes on very often. And so like if I walk on the street and there's like a pebble, it hurts my foot.
Ouch.
And whereas she's running, down the street with bare feet. And so but she was so determined and I couldn't take it seriously. I could have smoked her, dude.
It sounds like she beat you twice, is what I heard.
She definitely did. I still think I'm faster than Catherine.
But she beat you twice.
What was the second time?
Catherine said the first time you were like, I was laughing way too hard. We got to go again.
Oh, I think these were two separate times.
Oh, and then
I think.
Either way, the story goes that she beat you twice. And I was loving this story. I was dying laughing.
I think we need to get a third race.
Sure. Hey, February 12th. There's going to be a race.
Can you imagine all these people around?
Like, going to a local high school track.
Yeah, I like just to take some breakaway pants, just take them off. So I just did like some tight shorts.
And Catherine's what? 7 months pregnant at that point, probably. the betting odds.
That's your excuse?
You knew
you're pregnant?
Signed up for it.
Because you have a big belly, you can't run as fast? Yeah.
I don't get that excuse.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Yeah,
it was so fun.
It's one of those things where you're like, I can't lose to my wife at this, but I did. Fair and square when she made me laugh. Like, I just, if I laugh, my strength is like, I'm like Samson with no hair. Like I'm like a bald Samson. Like I just can't do anything. Like you could make me laugh and tackle me to the ground and like pin me down and I'm done. Like I can't, like Gunnar will do that. He'll like wrestle with me and he'll just make me laugh. And I'm like, I'm defenseless.
I'm soft now.
Yeah. I can't, all my strength that I have, which, is not, I'm like, not like the strongest guy in the world or anything, but it's done. I'm done. So
make him laugh.
Yeah, I guess so.
Speaking of that, Stanberry,
how
are we feeling?
Good, better. I still like tomorrow is like the day where it's like, get it all down, get it
Okay.
all down. Like tomorrow, I still have a lot of stuff going on tomorrow. But one of the things that I'm just like, I have to push those things aside for a little bit is for this. So,
Good.
so the plan is like tomorrow to get, every single joke down that I know what I'm doing and then practice it some. Tuesday, I'm going to like practice it crazy hard and memorize it.
Yeah.
Wednesday, same thing, like crazy hard, memorize it and then perform the crap out of it. So
Sweet.
yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. I mean, I'm still nervous because it's one of those things where it's like, until you execute, like I'm not necessarily nervous that I don't know what's funny or what is fun. Like
It's the memorization.
it's the memorization
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah, it's the execution of it. Like, oh man, I totally forgot this thing, or oh man, I should have waited longer to do this, or oh man, for whatever reason, my voice is really shaky and I have no idea why. Like things that you can't plan for as much. And so it's like, it's just scary when I haven't done it very many times.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Does it still feel like you're being paid enough to put all this time into it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I view it somewhat of like, it's going to be great to get paid initially. I also view it as like, once I have this foundation down, I could, if anybody asked me ever again, I could be like, yes, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yes, I can do that. And I'll just tweak this, or yes, like I could do this exact same thing, F12, February 12th. And it would do well.
It's like you're building like an e-course or something. Like I do it
Yes.
once and now people could pay for it.
Exactly. Like I'm putting in like the foundational work for the future as well. And just experience it. Like I would like to do comedy no matter what, like open mic nights, I would like to do more often. And so the fact that like open mic nights, you have to wait like 2 hours through this hell to like listen to all these people say the worst jokes ever that are just trying to be so inappropriate that people laugh at them, and to do 5 minutes, and B, you're not getting paid at all for those. Like I want to do more of those. And so I'll gladly take this money and do this kind of thing. So, it'll be good.
Yeah.
I think no matter what, it's going to be great podcast content. Like there's just no way it's going to be like a mediocre story,
And what kind of stinks is people won't get it for a while.
I know.
Which is a bummer, but
Yeah.
maybe there's could be like some sneak previews on Patreon or whatever.
Yes.
Like
I'll try to get Dimcheck to, record some of it.
You know, what'd be funny? Like I did a couple like venue tours, do like a tour of the venue of Stanbury's venue. So this is the public bathroom that I share with everybody else who comes.
Hey, Steve, how are you? Yeah. Yeah. It'll be interesting. I had texted, I think I put this on the Ghostrunners story this past week, but I was texting Greg Peterson because I had a joke about Kansas dirt and like
fertilizer jokes.
Yeah. I was like, could you give me like some advice of like what like some people that would be trash talking about dirt would say? And he of course didn't have anything because that's not a normal thing, but I'm really excited. Can I kind of tell our,
get after it.
So we were having a conversation with one of our friends the other day who's a teacher, and she was talking about
this joke.
Yeah. It was genuinely like, if we would have said on the podcast, it would have been the most proud joke I would have said on the podcast.
This happened 5 minutes after we got done recording last week's podcast episode.
It was very close, in my opinion, to acidic juice. like one of those ones that's like, I can't believe that was just like on a silver platter.
It
like
worked
that.
out beautifully.
Yeah. And it's going to be hard for me to exactly tell it quite right. But she was talking about how she had a great day. She works at a school, and like once a month, this guy comes and brings these like treats for the kids, and this food and stuff.
Doesn't work there though.
Doesn't work there. But people just love him. People love this guy. And, that
Kids
day,
love him.
That day they brought dirt and worms, like these, like, like the pudding with the Oreo cookies or whatever. And it was great. And so that's what the Kansas dirt, we call it Kansas dirt growing up. And so that's where the dirt joke is going to come in. But then I was like, so tell me more about this guy. Like, what's his name? She's like, they call him Mr. Manny. And I was like, okay, Mr. Manny's fun. Like, I was like, what does he look like? And do you remember what exactly did she say? Slick back,
long hair.
Slick back hair and a ponytail. And I was like, I said, Mr. Manny, he sounds like more like Mr. Petty.
And no one else really caught it. I was like, Brad,
pedophile.
That was amazing.
Which I know it's pedophile, but still.
Still, with Manny Petty. I was like,
Yeah.
this guy is giving treats to kids once a month at a school.
Yeah.
His name is Mr. Manny.
That's one of those things that's like, that's a joke that you would think, oh, that comedian made up that joke. That's a
but
lie.
it's like, no, this is happening.
That 100% happens.
It's happening at Rosedale Middle School.
Mr. Manny just comes in, 50-year-old man with long slick back ponytail, and gives kids treats. And the kids love him.
Calls them dirt and worms.
For you, you get dirt. For you get worms. Yeah, anyway.
I forgot about that. See, instantly I was like, dude, you got to use that for something.
I was
don't
like,
know
I'm
what.
going to write that in there. I think I'm going to try to tie that into the joke, or not even like I'm going to try to figure out specific jokes, but tell the story about how I lost in the spelling bee by saying longitude with an M at the beginning. You know, so talk about some different things within school, because everyone goes to school, right?
I think so.
Farmers have been to school.
Farmers been to school.
Yeah. Farmer school. So anyway.
Cool.
Yeah, that's fun about Catherine telling everybody that I'm slow. It's like, that guy lost in a race to somebody? No way.
It was a small group of people, so don't worry.
Was it when you guys were outside?
No, this is inside. There was about 45 minutes last night where I didn't know where any of my friends were.
Oh,
I didn't
really?
know there was like an outside hangout. I just hung out with like Emily Duckworth, Ivan McGee, and Catherine Ellis for a long time. So I don't know where everybody is.
That's fun. Yeah.
It was fun. I laughed a lot last night.
It's because, all the husbands and boyfriends went downstairs because they hired a bartender at this party, which was great.
It was pretty funny. Though.
And we went to go get another drink. And then after we got the drink, we were just like, let's go out to this patio. That looks way nicer than, because we were screaming. Did you feel like you were screaming?
So loud.
What was so loud about it? Was there just that many people? I don't feel like the music was that loud, was it?
But I've talked about this before. I don't like this at house parties. My unpopular opinion. Music raises like the minimum talking level. So now everyone has to talk a little louder. You get more people in there now. It's getting even louder.
Do you feel like if there was no music, you would notice? Like
yeah, maybe.
Like, what about this? You turn on the subwoofer, but nothing else. And so you feel like there's music in the background, but really it's just like.
We should try this out whenever I do like a housewarming party.
Yeah.
Woofer only.
Woofers only.
Woofers only.
Hey, you know the rules in this house. Woofers only.
Hey, you know the rules. Woofers only.
You know the rules.
Don't go on the woof. Subwoofers only.
You don't go up on there, but you play only there. Yeah, because like you walk in, that's all you hear anyway. It's just like the. You know what I mean?
That's all you hear.
It is. You don't know what you can tell the song sometimes by that, but
yeah, not really. But it was fun. Yeah, the bartender was like, everyone had funny comments. I didn't get any drinks, so I didn't interact.
Oh yeah,
with her.
okay. I had a funny comment.
Everyone was just like, yeah, I don't know if she does this often.
She's a CPA for a living. She is. Because she said she could do our taxes as well.
Really?
Yeah.
That came up.
Gunnar somehow knew or something. Like, so he made that joke. I was like, that's a weird joke to make. And she's like, no, I am a CPA, so I can do taxes.
Like, oh, good joke.
It was one of those things where it's like, it felt like it was so loud down there that I was screaming. And I already have like a hard time hearing in crowds anyway. So I probably talk even louder than I need to. But I think she heard something I said, which I genuinely don't know. I don't think I said anything to like even like jokingly bad about her. But I went and ordered my drink and she was making it. And then like, she like looked at me like with a side eye and kind of smirked and then pulled out the whiskey and poured like it was probably like 3/4 of the way full. Like the drink was this mixed drink just filled up like to the brim with whiskey at that point. And I was like, what was that? She's like, I heard you talking about me. And I was like, I don't know anything. I didn't say a thing. And so the drink just tasted like garbage. Like, cause it was like, this is not mixed well anymore. This is just whiskey with some cinnamon stuff on there.
It's funny. Okay. Because everyone was telling me, they're like, it's not even worth getting a drink. Like, it is so strong.
It was so strong.
So that was her thing. But this sounds like you were extra special. I heard what you were saying about
No,
me.
yeah, exactly. The first one was strong. And so I was like, I don't even know if I should get a second one or not. But I did. And then, I mean, like, it was like, she just like was looking at me like, I was like, what did I say? Did I say that they weren't strong enough or something? I don't know. It was cool to have one though, I guess.
To have a bartender in the basement? Yeah.
It was kind of funny.
It's also funny too, like, Google Maps, I like hit the button work at 9:30 p.m. on a Saturday night. Like, take me to work.
Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah. Catherine, as we were driving there, she's like, does it feel like you're going to work right now? And I was like, I mean, no, like, it's at night. I'm with you.
Dressed
and
really
I'm
nice.
going to a party. I was like, it feels like I'm going to Trey's house. Yeah. But it was fun. Derek was there with his wife, which was fun to hang out.
I know. I didn't get to talk to them very much. I felt bad.
Yeah.
Because I saw them right when like some people asked, they're like, we want to go on a tour. And I was like, I feel like I could probably give you that tour.
Yeah.
Like, I know this place pretty well. And I saw them. I was like, I'll give them a tour, but I'll come right back down. And then they were not in the same place. I didn't see them again.
It's one of those things where it's like going to a party like that is fine to talk to people you already know. It's really hard to get to know somebody.
Yeah.
It's like, do you like your job? Okay, what do you do for them again?
Really? Oh, managerial. Okay. And in college, I took financial accounting.
Yeah, exactly.
And, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, what? Like, I have to be the guy.
I thought
that,
you were saying Morgan. Megan.
Yeah,
Right. Okay, sorry. Start over.
And then you say, like, they'll say something to you, but they'll be looking at you because it's like directional hearing. And then they're like Becca was her name, like was talking to me. And every once in a while, she kind of make a joke about Derek or something, but Derek didn't hear it. Like looking over at Derek, like, and he's like, "What would you say?" You know?
Oh gosh.
I mean, it was great. It was fun to meet them and hang out with them. And Derek, I love Derek, man. I
love Derek.
That's been one of the highlights of Gene Shorts for me is getting to have a new friend.
And when we go on the road, you and Derek get quality time together.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're doing some more videos one-on-one this week, and so
two of them.
Be good. Anyway,
I went to McAllister's Deli yesterday.
Congrats.
Thank you.
You go for a little spud?
I didn't spud it up.
Okay.
I got the nacho basket and
Sweet tea?
Sweet tea
Good
and
job.
the like Chipotle chicken sandwich.
Mm.
Anyway,
Nacho basket?
yeah,
Tell me about that.
just Rotel. It's awesome.
Really?
Yeah,
just on chips?
Nachos. To the side, please.
Okay.
But
I didn't know if it was like you got green onions and taters on there or anything.
no, pretty vanilla.
Okay.
Good cheese though. Anyway, so go up to order, and I would consider it extremely normal as far as interactions go.
Okay.
Like I guess I might have been somewhat on the friendly side of just like, hey, how's it going?
Mm-hmm.
Good. What can I get for you? And then I order.
Yeah.
So I order, and I'm not doing anything crazy. Just get to the point. I'll take a sweet tea, please. Yada yada. And he's like ringing it up, and he goes, "Man, you guys are good customers. I wish every customer could be like you guys." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, no problem."
Oh, because of what you said?
I don't know. I was just being very normal. And he goes, "Just glad you guys aren't veterans who ask for discounts that we can't give." Do you know what it's like to
yeah, those freaking veterans serving our country.
I did not know. We were both like, how do we say something that doesn't offend either party? Like, how do I just immediately being put in a position to toe the line and walk the fence here.
My grandpa was always like that after he got back from Vietnam.
Yeah. Once Charlie wasn't surrounding him, he was down to pay full price.
Golly.
And like, either of us could have been veterans. Like, it wasn't like I was wearing a shirt that said I've never served. I don't know if it was obvious. I had done
he knew that there's no way these people are veterans.
He knew my feet were soft and they would hurt running on the road.
Those pebbles would hurt. Like, he hasn't stormed the beaches of Normandy and those things.
He could tell, but it was such a strange thing. I mean, like such a hot way to come in. Like, and I had done nothing to like earn his trust or anything.
All you said was, "How you doing?"
That's the only thing I could think of that was like somewhat out of the ordinary, maybe. But even then, that's pretty normal. I feel like in Kansas City, like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Sure.
Good. How about you? Good.
Absolutely.
I'll take the nacho basket. Man, I wish every customer could be like you guys.
Those veterans.
Not those veterans who want a discount.
Like, how often does that happen?
So we looked it up afterwards. We were like, McAllister's Deli veterans discount. Like, is this, and it's like, yeah, at all times they offer 10%. And I think on Wednesdays they do something else. But it's just like,
so they do get a discount.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with asking for one if you get one?
I think maybe they wanted more than 10%. And they were giving them some trouble.
Okay.
We'd been in line for a long time though. So it was definitely no one like that recent.
So funny.
Like, this was like months ago. It was still with him.
Yeah.
He had PTSD from the veterans.
Right.
That's not where you expect to get it from.
I've had plenty of people ask about veteran discounts on furniture, like, and I never have gotten offended by it. I just say, no, we don't do that. I have no discount structure at all. Unless you're my mom, you don't really get a discount.
So you say, no, we don't offer that. But then you're just steaming afterwards, right?
Oh, man.
I can't believe that.
I can't even survive the rest of my day. I go to bed at that point. I'm like, that's over. The day's done.
Dude, speaking of, I was just about to say, like, you were, of all people, would appreciate someone shooting their shot. So, of course, you wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah.
And that reminded me, did I tell you the story about a girl after the show? Oh, no, I think I talked about this on Correct Opinions. A girl after the Denver show, like, I already met her once in line, and she boomerangs back, which is always not a good sign. Like, she's in the back of the line, and she's coming around for seconds.
Yeah. It's never just like, I forgot one more thing. I just really appreciated that joke. Like, it's never like that. Like, it's like, this is going to be something deeper.
Yeah. And, they come around the second time. Next thing you know, they're coming around for sloppy thirds.
Right.
No, I've never seen
nothing wrong with that.
But nothing wrong, as we learned in Riverside. No, but so she's like, hey, I was starting to walk away, and I was like, you know what? I'm a girl who always shoots her shot. And I go, oh boy. And she's like, it's not with you. Settle down. She's like, is there any way to meet Trey? And I was like, I mean, there are ways, but you would have needed to buy like the VIP ticket. Like the the meet and greet for me is free. Sorry, it wasn't good enough. And she's like, no, you were, it's fine. I was like, no, but you got to buy the VIP ticket. She's like, but like no one else is here. Like, do you want to like walk me down there to meet Trey? And I was like, no, I can't for like 4 or 5 different reasons. She's like, what? Why? And I'm just like, it reminded me of like when Toby's trying to tell Michael why they can't have like, fire dancers.
Yeah, fire breathers at the casino party.
It's like,
it's
made of paper. It's a school night.
There's going to be a bunch of Boy Scouts there.
Hooters is catering. Do you need me to go on?
Is that the first time he says like, why are you the way you are? I think that is like that time.
Probably. I think season 1, you already see that he hates Toby, but that may have been the first like really rude. Just like, what? Why do you do this?
Justin, we have 8 days before this airs on our podcast. Can you please put in the clip right now of that? Thank you.
So yeah, it's just like, she's like, look, that's fine. I just, I got to shoot my shot. And I was like, I have a lot of friends who would appreciate that, but I'm not just going to walk you down there.
But Trey's not one of them. So sorry.
Yeah. But shot. So that's good.
That's funny. Have you heard many of his stories from like interactions with people?
Sometimes we'll exchange stories or like, he'll be like, so did you ever meet these people? Because they said they were coming to find you. And I'm like, yep, I already know exactly who you're talking about. So occasionally that happens, but we both agree that 98% of the interactions are very wholesome. And especially when you talk to people who work in this industry, they're like, your fans are so great. They're so wholesome. And
really,
one of Trey's biggest like takeaways is like, yeah, people paid $99 for a VIP ticket. Almost all of them have paid in 2s or 3s in groups. And
right.
You've paid money to meet Trey, to hang out with him before or after the show. And people take it so quick. He's like, we can like talk for a second. They're like, hey, you did great tonight. Just want to get a quick pic. He's like, okay, like what are your guys' names? And they just tell their names and walk off. And he's like, I'm just shocked that people are that like, they're very self-aware and they're very like conscious. Like, we don't want to take too much of your time. But he's like, I just would have thought I'd have like, have trouble getting rid of people. But they've been very, very nice for the most part.
Yeah, that would be tough. I don't. Because I understand, I appreciate those kind of people.
And it's great. It's not
probably
a bad problem
good to err on that side for most people. But then like, it's kind of funny because it's like the people that err on the side of like, let's do it really quickly and get out of here are the people that probably would be more fun to actually talk to.
Those are the people you want to. Yeah, exactly.
And the people that don't realize that like you want to be done after 5 minutes, like are the people that probably should try to be done after 1 minute. Because it's like, it's been 5 minutes already, like, so that's funny.
Yeah, you nailed it. That was right. I mean, I think I was talking to him after the Oklahoma City show. I still remember Ryan, like middle school kid or whatever. I was talking to him and his dad. I was like, I could have talked to them for hours. Right. But they were like so quick, like, hey, just want to chat real quick, face football, guillotine league, whatever. And then they got out of there. I was like, dang, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Left me wanting more. Good work.
That's good. For next time. That's fun.
The beeping's back, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's very back. Should we listen and see what it says?
It's gone.
You think it's your phone?
I don't know. My hotspot's on.
Oh. Okay.
Does that matter? I'm like acting like, oh, what that means.
Amps often will like pick up that similar sound whenever you got a phone near it. So
it's probably not a good sign. It's like when you see Coke disintegrating, like, rust from a nail. You're like, that's probably not good that I drink that.
Yeah. Catherine's like real into the, whatever you want to call them, the radio frequency kind of like stuff these days. Like she goes on kicks. So she's not really this kick anymore, but for like a good week, she was like unplugging the router every single night.
Oh, Catherine.
And she was like, I don't want you to use your, because I would fall asleep with my Bluetooth headphones on. And she's like, I don't like that. I mean, look, like all those radio. And like, I think she probably has a point. I don't know. I'm just not as worried about my body as she probably is, which shows,
And I think if we are going to be affected like that, we're all screwed. It's not like just the people who took off their Bluetooth headphones at night. It's like, if this stuff is long-term bad for us, then it's going to be long-term bad for all of us.
Yeah. I love Catherine and all her kicks. Right now, her kick is she's reading this book. I think it's written by is Danish and Dutch the same thing?
Oh, I had a trivia. I got into trivia crack recently, and I had this question today.
Trivia crack, that's a good kick.
It's a good kick.
I have not heard of that in so long.
It's a good kick.
Trivia crack. Let's bring it back. Let's do some kind of like ghosty, like social, fun community trivia crack thing.
And they've made like Trivia Crack 2, Trivia Crack 3.
Yeah,
not for me.
Oh, really?
I played Trivia Crack original.
What's the difference in them?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh man, I forgot about that game. That game was the rage for a minute. Oh wow.
What was the question though? I got it right. It was if you were from. Wait, what did you ask?
I said, is there a difference between Danish and Dutch?
Answer is yes. Okay. I think Dutch is Netherlands,
right?
And Danish is whatever my
Denmark.
Trivia. Yes.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I knew that. I answered my own question.
You're welcome.
Sort of. Anyway, it's either a Danish or a Dutch woman that wrote this book all about like the idea of it's never like wrong or like a bad excuse to be outside or, yeah, sorry. That's not the, basically it's the idea of like trying to spend like 1,000 hours a year outside.
Oh, I'd love to track that.
Right.
Or stat that.
That's never.
So sick of
Hey,
stat that. Stat that.
It's the only time I ever watch commercials on NFL Sundays.
Anyone who watches football knows what we're talking about.
Stat that.
It's the worst commercials ever.
Hashtag stat that.
Harrison compared it to Mean Girls, where it's like fetch is never going to happen. Like Amazon, stop trying to get us to hashtag and buy merch that says stat that.
Right.
That's the dumbest phrase I've ever heard.
Like maybe give them away and I'll use it as a shop, shirt.
Emergency toilet paper.
That too. But anyway, Catherine is, she's on this kick now of like I don't care if it's the winter. I don't care if it's 45 degrees. Like we're going outside. We're spending time outside. We're going to the park. We'll bundle up.
She's outdoor
and
kick.
she's reading this book. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. It's the Scandinavian type woman. That's just like, there's never a wrong time to be outside. And so that's her new kick.
I love having
outside.
kicks.
Oh, I love having kicks too. Catherine's on a different level with kicks.
She can kick with the best of them.
And
the baby's kicking.
I love her. And sometimes the kicks stick. They're sticky kickies. Other times I just let her do her thing. I'm like, great. That sounds good. Yeah. I'll take that vitamin.
I'll put on the wig.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Motley Crue kick, huh? Saw that documentary. Yeah, right. Anyway, I can't. I'll have to try to think of the different kicks sometime. Put them on Patreon. But
Catherine kicks.
So
that's fun.
Okay. I have some. I went to the KU game yesterday.
Oh, that's
I want
right.
to talk about that.
They smacked him.
Holy cow! Smacked is understatement.
Walloped.
So for anybody, I mean, I won't get into this too much, but KU played Mizzou yesterday, Missouri. For the first time in basketball, for the first time in 9 years.
Oh, talk about stat that.
Hashtag stat that. And it was because Mizzou used to be in their conference and then they went to the SEC because they were cowards. I'm just kidding. I don't really know why. Money basically is why they went. And so
really,
yeah.
I can't see that affecting a college.
Can you imagine?
College sports program.
Yeah. Huh. But yeah, they used to be huge rivals and they hadn't played in forever. And so they finally got back together and played. And it was so much fun. So my dad got season tickets for the first time last year to KU games. And so of course my dad's like, yeah, we got to go. I mean, I'm taking you. And it's like, great. Thank you, Dad.
Awesome.
So we get there early. My dad, it's like, I think going to sports games is one of those things that are so much more fun when you really, really understand the other person that you're going with in the sense of like, my dad loves getting there early. Like, and I like that about him. Like,
cool.
like some people I think would be like, whoa, like this guy's hurrying, like hustling to get there an hour early. Like,
but because you know him well enough, you're like, this is what he enjoys.
He likes getting there early. He likes like walking around the stadium, like looking at all the different memorabilia, trying to find people he knows and talking to them. Like yesterday we had a competition, like who's going to be the first person to see somebody they know, but they can't just say that they know them. Like they have to like say their name back. So I saw William Hanna actually.
Oh, let's
shout
go.
out Wild Bill. And he said, Brad Ellis. And I was like, yes, whatever.
I used to play the exact same game. That's so fun.
It's like a family tradition of ours. Like, we're going to theater in the park. Let's see who can, like, it was like, I'll give $1 to whoever can find it first. But anyway, so we got there plenty early. It was a good time. Let me back up. I went to a game with my dad for my birthday like a month ago, and we went, and when you have season tickets, obviously you have the same seats every single time. And the people next to us also have season tickets. And so we go to this game and it's a pretty tight squeeze this first time. Like imagine like, I'll get to it, but it's a pretty tight squeeze. And the guys to our left that have season tickets with us, my dad's like becoming friends with them. And he's like, this guy literally told my dad, he's like, next time you come, bring someone a little bit lighter. And I was like, thanks, dude.
Yeah. A little less sloppy, if you know what I mean.
Someone that doesn't like the nachos quite as much at McAllister's. And
someone who could beat his wife in a race.
With or without shoes. And so it's already a tight like field house because it's not like individual bleacher seats. It's like one long bleacher, like
just, elementary lunch.
Sure. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So there's just little numbers that you're supposed to sit on. And so we get there yesterday pretty early, but we're in seats 3 and 4. Okay. So there's the aisle 1 and 2, 5 and 6. 1 1 and 2 are already taken. 5 and 6 are already taken.
Oh.
1 and 2, the people that are usually there, the season ticket holders, not the people that told my dad to bring a smaller person, but they had given their tickets to friends. Not only were those friends Mizzou fans, which is just
lame,
too bad. The friends were a man and a woman, both pushing bigger than Big Daddy. Let's just say that. Like they were large and in charge.
Okay.
So they were more like 1.5 to 3 seats, like they were big. And then there's Bob and his wife is this guy that, told my dad, bring a smaller guy.
Here come the Ellises.
In 5 and 6, here comes Dave and Brad, like whatever. And I mean, and my dad, like we did the thing where we like went past like 1 and 2 where we were,
there you go, straight down.
We were the row in front of him going past him. And then my dad like got up, and my dad's getting old enough where it's kind of struggle for him to even like, get up like to the second, row. My dad sits down, and I swear, dude, it's like 8 inches of space for seat 4. And so there was 5 and 6 were taken by Bob and his wife, but then there was a complete row to the left of him.
Scoot over, Bobby.
Yeah. Like, and I was like, okay, he's not scooting over. And I was like, I'll just sit in the row in front, because we were there like 40 minutes early. I'll just sit up here for a little bit. But even as I'm sitting there, like seats were getting taken back, like left and right around me. And I was like, if I don't get up there now,
yeah, you gotta get
and
some
they
real
scoot
estate
over, I'm done for. And so I promise you, I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and get up here now. So I get up there to that row, and I say to Bob, I was like, oh yeah, maybe can you scoot over just a little bit? Just stalwart, just doesn't move one bit.
What?
Bob just like, and I'll be fair. I was pretty passive about it. I wasn't like staring him in the face like, hey, Bob, can you please scoot over?
But still, you asked him a question in English, and he speaks English,
and he didn't respond at all. And so then I literally like backed up. Like imagine it's like like at this point, I'm like the front domino in a row of like, how like you're like, you do the thing where you like knock over all these dominoes and you have like 1 domino and then 2 right here. I'm like very much like overlapping both of them. And here comes the domino just ready to sit down. And I mean, my dad and I are like this, like squished in here. And my dad just says out loud, he goes, well, this is going to be a really fun game to be at. And my dad and I just start dying laughing. And when my dad like really laughs hard, he laughs like his whole body.
So he's shaking.
And so
the dominoes are shaking.
I'm touching him like very closely. So I just feel him just like bouncing me up and down and just dying laughing. Finally, I kind of feel Bob kind of like barely scoot over, and I had a little bit more wiggle room. The saving grace, honestly, was that our tickets are close enough to the student section where it was like one of those domino effects where some of the students stood up. And so we had to stand up the whole game.
That's
and
great.
So yeah, it was great for us. But every time we'd like, it'd be a timeout and we'd sit down, I'd be like, Dad, sit down right now. Quick. Because like you kind of like establish your room first. But
I can't imagine the pride of Bob. Like how can your pride be worth more to you than like not sitting on someone? Like that's so uncomfortable. I don't care who you are. No one wants to be touched when you're sitting down.
Yeah, my dad was analyzing it. I will say my dad, I don't know if it's because of his age or because that's just who he is, but I think he's starting to get to the point where he doesn't realize how loud he talks.
Okay.
Like he wasn't talking loud, but when you're talking about somebody, 2 feet away from you,
keep it down.
Like he goes, I think it's actually the wife that doesn't really want to move down. Like, and granted, it's a loud place, but like, I'm like, Dad, we could, like, I think maybe he could hear
a little loud for your comfort.
I mean, Bob's also old. Bob's older than my dad. So like Bob's from Hutch. So if anybody's from Hutch, you guys know a guy named Bob?
Hutchinson?
Yep. But yeah,
you guys know somebody named Bob.
It was so funny. Like my dad's like, I think it's probably the wife doesn't seem like she wants to move down very much. And maybe honestly, my dad's smart enough to be like,
that'll get him.
Like, yeah, like he can hear this and
strategic.
Yeah. But anyway, the game itself was amazing. Like I'm already an emotional person, but I was like moved, like borderline. I had to like fight back tears like multiple times at the beginning. Because it's just wonderful to be in a crowd of people that are just so passionate about sports and like doing that again. So, and it's just Mizzou is just the worst. So
Stat
it was
that.
great. Hashtag stat that. And they won by like 30 some points.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. So
speaking of dads,
yeah.
Should we play Guess That Dad?
Yes, that.
Or
dad.
what'd you say earlier? Guess
who's dad?
Guess who's dad?
Yeah. Guess whose dad is it?
Papa Mia.
Oh,
I don't know.
no, I like it. Keep that in. Yeah.
Okay. For
Stat
sure.
that.
All right. So we're going to rattle off a fun fact about one of our dads. And we'll give you guys a few seconds to decide, and then we'll tell you the answer. Just a little fun game for you guys to play.
Hashtag dad that.
Dad that. All on the floor.
Dad that. I think that needs to be the actual song.
Good. Okay. This dad.
So wait, did he think they understand how the game works? Just kidding.
So
it's a really complicated game. So,
all right, guys, sit over here. Girls, sit over here. We're gonna send one representative. Whoever's hair is the longest, come on up on stage.
Okay. Think about your birthday. Who's closest to March 15th?
All right, go. Talk about it. Talk about it. Need some
Yeah.
up here. 20 seconds.
If you have two, then tiebreaker is your mother's amount of children in her family.
Go.
And tiebreaker for that one is
Foot race.
perfect.
And that's called youth ministry.
And that's how you cultivate the youth.
Okay. Number one. This dad has learned to sleep in the recliner with his hands over his crotch because the dogs jump on him so often.
And then together we say, guess who's dad?
That is Steve Triplett.
Steve Triplett. Gosh, that's good. I don't care who you are. Steve Triplett. All right. I think at the beginning we also say, it's time to play. Guess who's dad? This dad was upset that he spent time with his son once. I'm sorry, let me read that again. This dad was upset that he spent time with his son once he realized that he missed the most recent episode of Survivor.
Who's that dad?
Who's that dad? Wow, so many good jingles.
So many. All right. Who's that dad? It's Steve
Triplett.
All right. 3 in a row, maybe? I don't know.
Guess who is
that dad? All right. This dad says, who's winning when he walks into a room, even if there's no sports game on TV. Hey,
man,
who's that dad?
do you want to guess that dad real quick?
That dad is Dave Ellis.
Hey, this is Dave Ellis. That's my dad impression. Yeah, that's a fun one, actually.
That's pretty funny.
Who's
winning?
Like, it became like, he used to just say it like, when there were sports on, and then it became like his like tagline. So anytime, like, I actually kind of put that on the conservative dad. Like when I kind of like woke up from, I was like,
who's up?
We winning? Or something like that. But yeah, my dad will just like, he'll say that when he like wakes up from a cat nap or something, like as a joke, like instead of like, what's going on? He'll just say, who's winning? Who's winning? All right. It's time to play Guess Who's Dad
It is.
All right. This dad once had a piano fall out of his truck. Let's go ahead and
that dad is David Ellis.
David William Ellis. Yeah.
Is he okay?
Yeah, that's another like infamous story. One time he was moving a piano with my uncle, and it's just like classic, like, 30-year-old dudes doing stuff together. Like, oh, that piano will be fine. And I think as they were pulling out onto an intersection, just the momentum of it, it's like the infamous story. Yeah, like the piano not only fell off the truck, but like imagine, there's 88 keys on a piano. Each of those things has, all these parts to it. So they said it was just everywhere.
It got piano everywhere.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Hey, yeah! What's up, guys? How you doing? Are you ready? It's time to play Guess Who's Dad!
That's right. This dad has a list of his favorite things to see when he opens up his refrigerator. Oh my.
Turn down the headphones. Morse code ain't got nothing on me.
Correct answer was Dave Ellis for that one.
It's another one. My dad's a quirky guy. He's a big fan of lists.
Okay.
So for the longest time, my dad would, like, anytime we talk about something like snickerdoodles, he's like, oh, snickerdoodles, top 10 favorite cookies. And I'd be like, Dad, you have 25 top 10 favorite cookies. And so then it was like, that was like his challenge of like, okay, well, I'll make lists for everything.
I want to find my top 10.
And so he has a top 10 favorite things that to find when he opens up the refrigerator. Like
Pretty awesome list.
It's like he made lists of all the other things that are normal. And so he's like, I'm going to figure out other things. He also, this is an honorary fact for my dad, because I think it would be very obvious that it's my dad, but he has been to 80 towns in Kansas.
Slept overnight.
Slept overnight in 80 towns in Kansas.
Yeah, I was looking at that one. I was like, this one's going to be a little obvious. So yeah, just a little bonus fact.
That's just crazy. I was like, 80 towns in a small, state that doesn't have that many towns that you're supposed to be able to stay overnight in.
And enough to be able to count. Like, I just feel like you would lose track of doing anything over 15 times.
Well, I'm sure he was like, let me go back and like figure all these out. But yeah, he's done biking across Kansas, like as like an organized event, like 10, 20 years. I don't know how many years. So
that'll do it. That's sweet.
Oh, guys! over here!
Oh, what?
Hey, we got a seat. We got a table for you.
What for?
We're gonna go ahead and play Gaslighter.
Good.
All right.
That was funny.
Okay, this dad. After the game is over, this dad will be putting on reruns of King of Queens from the DVR.
Whose dad is it?
Hey man, whose dad's that? That dad is, drum roll please.
Morse code, please.
Steve Triplett.
That's right. I bet your dad also likes King of Queens, though.
I don't know. Probably. Yeah, he's really big into Jimmy Fallon. He thinks that I watch Jimmy Fallon all the time.
He's like, did you see Fallon tonight?
Seriously. He's like, did you see that thing that Fallon did? Did you see that? Like, you saw that skit that Fallon did. And I was like, no, never.
I feel like Fallon's not going viral like he used to. Like, he used to kind of dominate YouTube for a while.
I agree.
All those different games he would play.
Yeah, those things were fun. And then he
the
went
Whisper
into like
Challenge.
the mainstream. And I feel like he got a little bit less popular.
That like musical, whatever game he would play was so fun. Musical impressions or whatever.
Oh yeah.
That was really entertaining.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Whisper Challenge and all those.
The one where you like lied about or tried to lie about whatever was in the box.
Yes, that was so funny.
That one's pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah. They just get old after a while.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
like, okay.
I just thought there'd be new games. Hey, whose dad is it over there? Let's find out. This dad still uses a ringtone, and when he gets a text, the sound is a train whistle.
Just a second. Let me call. Hello? Yeah, they're about to guess you. Watch this funny voice that I do. I feel pressure now.
Yeah, no, you're crushing it. I'm enjoying myself. Correct answer is Steve Triplett. Big train whistle guy. Which I think it's a dad thing to still have a ringtone.
Was that the fact that kind of motivated the whole the whole idea for this game? Was the train whistle?
I think it was that. Yeah, probably.
That is the most like we should put that in the conservative dad video.
Yeah, or like the da 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 da.
Yeah,
like,
just
phone's
whatever.
ringing.
Bad to the bone. Whatever, something like that. Yeah, because who knows anybody that still uses like ringtones except for like, if you're 50 years or older, maybe.
Yeah.
Like Catherine's mom has a different ringtone for each of her kids.
Oh.
Yeah. And so it's like, oh, Sam's calling. Age of Empires theme song. Right, Sam? Sam's a listener. He knows that's what it is.
You know it's Sam.
So, all right. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. It's time to guess that dad.
Dad.
All on the floor. All right. This dad has gone to the same barber for 30 años. For those of you who don't habla español, 30 años is 30 years. Who's gone to the same barber for 30 years? Honestly, this is probably like...
I think it's both.
Yeah, I was going to say. Is it?
I think so. Yeah.
This was my fact for Dave Ellis, but I think yeah, it doesn't surprise me that Steve's...
I forgot.
Steve could have been that same barber the whole time of his life at this point.
Yeah.
Seriously.
All 54.
Finds a young enough barber.
Yeah. I forget what her name is. She had a boy name, though. For like 16 years, I thought he was
a woman.
Yeah, I thought he was getting a haircut by a man.
Billy.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Billy with an I-E.
I don't know what it was.
Corey with a K.
I'll text him.
Yeah. Corey with the Kori is a very hairdresser name.
Really?
Don't you think?
I think that's definitely the best way to spell Corey.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I like Trey's joke to set that Amber is a hairdresser name because that feels so accurate.
Also true. Yeah.
It's like, that does seem right.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to the Ambers out there. Or maybe not.
Yeah, there's
Maybe
nothing wrong
you've
with
always
being
wanted to be a
hairdresser.
hairdresser. Hey! Let's do a couple more Guess That Dads. This dad regularly gets an atlas as a present.
Oh, what are you guys doing over there?
You know,
Just playing Guess That Dad. Whose dad is it?
the dad of this one is Dave Ellis.
Dave Ellis.
Did you get it right?
Loves himself some atlases.
That's so strange.
Yeah, secondary fact about my dad is that he knows where every single Division I college in America is. And most of like non-Division I as well.
I've seen it a time or two.
it's
I've seen
pretty
him.
fun.
I've seen him in action.
It's like, hey, yeah, where's, fill in the blank. I don't know. Pepperdine. That's not that hard of one. But like,
I know that one.
where is it?
Malibu, California.
There you go. Yeah, it's like he's heard of all these schools. And it's kind of his way of like connecting with people because they're like, oh, I went to a small school in
He's like, tell me
Pennsylvania.
tell me right now.
You've never heard of it. Like, where is it? What is it? No, seriously. I don't know. It's Allegheny College. And it's like, oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's up in like the northeastern part.
Dr. Fitzgerald still there?
Yeah, right. And then he starts reading off like the deans and whatever. No, he's
What's that
really
part in Catch Me If You Can where they're starting to catch on that Leo is lying? And they're like, now tell me, does he still have that old angry dog? And it's like, dog actually passed away or whatever. You know the scene I'm talking about?
kind of. I don't know that movie as well, but that movie's so good.
Love it.
That's one of those movies I didn't discover until like 5 years ago, and I was like,
Oh, what a blessing.
This is so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Is that what it is?
Great work. Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Yeah.
Great movie. Great story.
Also, fun thing. My dad saw some guy he knew from his job. My dad's retired from being an advisor, counselor at this college in Kansas City. And the guy saw him. And then I overheard this guy telling his friend, like, that's one of the best counselors I've ever met right there. And it's like, yeah, that's my dad,
That's
dude.
sweet.
That's my dad, dude. It's just,
Hey, whose dad is that?
hey guys, Rock Chuck Jayhawk, that's my dad.
Allegheny College. That's my dad. He knows you. He'll find you.
Yeah, my dad's the man. So, all right.
That's probably good.
We got him.
Most of them. That's
Okay,
probably good for
who
Guess That.
won? Who did you guys get all of them? Anybody?
Let us know.
We leave a 5-star review.
Oh, no way. You got 7 out of 8. Good job.
Pretty good.
Sammy. Good job out there.
Is it time to go on top rated, underneath rated? Or do we got other things?
Real quick. I forgot. We got so much going on this episode.
Mhm.
Real quick. We have a sponsor.
Holy cow.
She's back for more. Simply Fit Page. She's sponsored
SFP.
several times now, and it must be working. So thank you guys
Awesome.
for hitting Paige up. But yeah, if you're new or if you need a reminder, she's one of my best friends from college who now is doing her own thing. What started as a side hustle, it's kind of like her business now. She does like fitness, and I could tell you, Paige was the most hilarious girl in our friend group in college, and I guarantee you, it's fun to be involved in her crew. And I asked her, I was like, what do you want me to say to people? Like, she's like, working. Basically, what you'll do is you'll sign up to work out with Paige virtually. And she said, I swear to keep it fun, and it's something you actually want to do. She's very passionate about helping women with healthy mindsets around their bodies and overall health. And she's currently doing a faith and fitness. Little wordplay.
Oh, Fitmiss. I thought you just pronounced it wrong.
I just had a little
I
trouble.
wasn't going to call you out. I was like, oh,
He's
man.
in the middle of the thing.
Yeah.
No, Faith and Fitness group where we're having fun with our workouts and learning to keep Jesus at the center of our routines. But let's say you miss Fitmiss a little bit.
Okay.
You're just not motivated. Like,
Yeah,
I'm going to
yeah.
wait till afterwards. We're prepping for a brand spanking new program launching in the new year, just 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week. So
Okay.
that's coming as well.
Hey, out there, raise your hand right now.
Hey.
Everyone raise both their hands.
With every head bowed and every eye closed, raise both hands.
Put your hands down if you have at least 20 minutes a day. That's free.
I see a lot of hands, Brad.
Everyone's hand is down because
Oh,
everyone.
I see a lot of hands down.
Everyone's hand is down because everyone has 20 minutes, 5 days a week. It's like on The Office. They're both up.
They're both up. So
Yeah.
anyway, the best thing to do is just check out our Instagram. So you can.
I was going to say that. Sorry.
Dude, I'm so sorry.
No.
I was going to say that.
Genuinely, I follow her on Instagram, and like, if you have any doubt, like, of the kind of person she is, or like the motivation that she has, just look at her Instagram. You will be both entertained and motivated by it because she's so funny. It's so like entertaining.
Yeah, she's like herself on Instagram.
Yeah.
She's not too like, over the top fitnessy, I think, where like this is like
No,
intimidating to
right.
like want to join
Right.
this. So anyway, check her out. Well, link is in description, but it's Simply Fit Page, spelled like a woman's name would be and not like the page of a book.
Mhm.
You guys know.
Yeah.
All right. Now we can play underrated, overrated.
Underrated, overrated.
Simply Fit Page Instagram. No,
Yeah, exactly. Simply Fit Paige actually is going to get a shout out in the jingle this week.
That works out great.
Yeah. Okay. Underrated, overrated, Christmas edition. Really, I just have one thing that I really feel confident is very, very overrated. And the rest of them are just like, I just want to figure out other things to put so that we can have a segment. But the thing that I really feel is very overrated, and this is Christmas or elsewhere, is those cookies that people make all the time. Every single season I see these, and they put the Hershey Kiss in the middle of it.
Oh, love them.
No, you don't.
Love them.
Those things are garbage.
I love those things.
Those things are garbage. They have like the tip of them.
Oh.
How do you eat it?
You got to know how to eat it.
No, tell me.
Okay, so you eat it.
Do you take the island away first and then go straight for the kiss, or do you bite right down? Like
your descriptions are going to be way better than what I was going to.
Or do you just bite off the tip of the Hershey?
I was going to compare it to how a turtle eats celery, but I like the way we went like island based
because it's gosh, okay,
yeah. No, I go around the outside, M&M style.
Yeah,
I'm going to Detroit this week, so around the outside. So yeah, because the tip is intimidating. You save that for the very end.
Oh.
You eat around the volcano.
Okay.
Your last bite is the magma chamber.
Is the Vesuvius? Yeah,
yeah. So
Okay.
you want your teeth, your front two teeth, to scrape the side of the Hershey's Kiss for like your first 3 bites around the outside. Now you just got a little magma chamber left.
Okay.
Pop that baby in, and ideally it's warm, so that's no problem.
What if you could have a cookie that has bites of chocolate in every bite, and you don't have to worry about nibbling it like a bunny?
There's something about just like that pure milk chocolate.
No way.
Like chocolate chips, it's just they're kind of scattered. You have good bites, you have bad bites. These have been out a while. Like they're like you see the Hershey's Kiss in the middle. Like they made these for this event. These are fresh.
They made these for this event. I feel bad, so I'm going to eat one because these things are not going to get eaten as much as everything else is going to get eaten because these things are garbage.
Hey, FYI, anyone coming to see me on tour in 2022, give me some homemade Hershey's Kiss magma chamber cookies.
Golly.
I will eat every single one of them.
Those things are just like, I can't imagine a way that those are good. Like
Yes,
like
you can.
I've seen people put peppermint kisses in there.
Oh, no,
like,
thank you. No,
that's
thank
kind
you.
of fun.
No.
Nope. Still pierces the top of your mouth. Like still just garbage. Like I'll take a Hershey Kiss by itself. Sure.
Is this the one you were passionate about?
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad I was passionate too. I love those cookies.
Oh my gosh. That's the thing. Like they must either be very easy to make or very favorited by a lot of people because they are always, every season I see these things. And every season I'm like, those things aren't very good.
Like how have these lasted?
Yes.
How is survival of the fittest not taking out the Hershey's Kiss
Like
cookie?
you see all these trends of like pumpkin and pretzel and all these different things that get like incorporated into recipes.
You know what stood the test of time?
Is those Hershey Kiss pieces of junk.
Yeah, Hershey's Kiss and a Snickerdoodle.
Yeah, I don't know what those are called. Snicker Kiss.
They
One of
must
my
be-
dad's top 10, favorite cookies.
Don't
probably.
blame them. They must be pretty easy to make because it's like a way to make a unique cookie without trying too hard, probably.
That's what I'm guessing that they are, but I mean, if you're trying to go for easy to make, do some brownies.
Brownies are nice.
Brownies are great. They're fulfilling. Anyway,
I loved during the Chiefs game today. Catherine's like not sulking, but she's over there in the corner, just looking down. She's like, "I should have made brownies today."
yeah, we ended
Like,
up
it's
having,
okay.
I don't know. I didn't count 10 people probably over at our house. Like,
Everybody.
It was a scene, and literally 2 days ago, Catherine's like we can have people over for the Chiefs game, but I just want to keep it really chill. And it was chill.
It was chill.
She's like, I just don't want to make anything. We have a lot of other stuff going on. I was like, great. And then all of a sudden it was like, everyone's like, what are you guys doing for the Chiefs? Whatever. Great. Come over. And then she regrets not
I
hosting
should have
better.
made some brownies.
All right. Overrated, underrated. The fact that one of the Wiseman gifts was myrrh. Overrated, underrated. Who talks about myrrh?
Because we
What is
know
myrrh?
gold.
Oh yeah. Frankincense is making a comeback. Talk about trends.
Yeah,
You're going to get frankincense cookies pretty soon.
Buy low, sell high. I would have done it at years 0 AD.
And that's expensive essential oils, I learned.
And it sounds like Frankenstein, which is like, I'm familiar with that. I knew
yeah.
that.
Yeah, you
Myrrh. And what, a third of the way to Mercury, but spelled different?
Fourth of the way is generous.
What, to the word Mercury?
Yeah.
It said third. It's probably right.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Half. All
3
right.
sevenths. What's that?
As 0.429.
That's awesome. 42.9% of the way there.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was just a random one. I just like, no one talks about myrrh. What is myrrh?
I don't know.
Is it a powder? Is it a liquid?
I think it's like a morning routine thing. It's like to like reduce swelling in the morning. And it's like you use like a gua sha or like an eye roller.
Let's go back and talk about what gua sha is first of all.
I was just trying to like show off that I know what a gua sha is.
I've never heard that word.
Ask your wife.
Okay.
See what kick she's on.
Okay. Do you want to know what it really is?
Yes.
A fragrant gum resin obtained from certain trees and used, especially in the Near East, in perfumery, medicines, and incense.
I was pretty close.
Ooh.
I just didn't know it was gummy.
The adjective for it, which is very like intuitive, but also awesome. It's called Murray.
Oh, this is pretty Murray.
It's pretty Murray.
It's like perfumey gummy.
That smells good. It's, what is that? Kind of a Murray concoction? Yeah, definitely some sandalwood, some frankincense, maybe a little bit of Murray.
Well, you know, it coincides with Jesus' birth. That's why we call it Murray Christmas.
Oh, well, I was thinking Murray and Joseph.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what people think, but it's actually, that's where Murray Christmas came from.
Okay.
And yeah.
Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to think, I was like, has he been in a Christmas movie I can connect to real quick?
Well, my dad yesterday at the basketball game, I was like, I can't really squeeze in here. And he's like, well, what about Bob? And I was like, Bob.
What about Bob?
I was like, Bob's acting more like a Bill. He's pretty Murray these days.
He's so perfumey. All right, next one.
All right. Overrated, underrated. The Carpenters Christmas album.
The Carpenters. I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. That's because it's underrated. It is the greatest Christmas album of all time.
The
Karen,
priest.
you ever heard of Karen Carpenter?
No. What school did she go to?
She went to SMU, which is in Dallas, Texas.
Good job, Dad.
Yeah, she was a Kaio.
Who are you actually talking about? I don't know
Karen
what's
Carpenter,
happening.
she's a musician from 70s, 80s.
Okay, no clue.
And her and some of her family members have a Carpenter's Christmas. You would recognize some of
She
her
have
songs.
kids who sing?
The Carpenter Kids.
Okay.
I have no
The
idea.
preschool I went to was called Carpenter's Kids.
Actually?
Yeah. And my mom taught at it later.
Is that because it was like for like kids for Jesus, like the Carpenter's Kids?
You would think Woodworkers Guild.
Oh, just another sector of the Woodworkers Guild.
They had a daycare put in for the guild members.
Perfect.
Carpenter's Kids.
No, Karen Carpenter is the warmest voice in all of Christmas lore.
Ooh, let's talk warm voices.
Amy Grant is up there for me.
Idris Elba.
Okay, what about musicians?
Oh, okay.
Maybe him. I don't know.
Warm music voice.
I like me some Bing.
John Legend has a warm voice.
Does he?
I don't know.
I get kind of cold when I listen to him. I'm just kidding. I don't know. No, he's got a good one. Yeah, more like modern day warm voices.
Yeah.
What do you think about Mayer? John Mayer? You think he's got some?
Yeah, his voice is not what you think it would be when you look at him.
I know a girl.
It's kind of warm.
Yeah,
It could be hotter.
Yeah, you're right. It could be.
Yeah.
Like if you got a little bit of like Earl Grey tea in there,
Mhm.
it would smooth.
Yeah.
No, Karen Carpenter, man. Justin, put in 3 seconds of Merry Christmas, Darling, like right when she starts singing it.
Greeting cards have all been sent.
Greeting cards for... Oh my gosh.
Okay, everyone check it out.
I'm going to make a Spotify playlist for the warmest Christmas songs.
Okay.
So the next time you're cold, you're in your car, you got it blasted on heat, you got the defrost going, pump up this music, and you will warm right up.
Keeping the Carpenter's heat out.
Yep. So, okay. That is underrated, apparently. All right. Overrated, underrated, stocking stuffers.
Ooh.
Just in general.
Probably underrated.
Yeah?
They're so fun.
You like them?
Good gifts. Good
What-
gifts are in those.
Yeah. What, like your family, what kind of stocking stuffers you guys use? Like, is it more like legit things or is it more like gag gifts or is it a little bit of both?
I think just like functional things aren't super serious. And when I say functional, also just like food, just like things I'm going to consume.
Okay.
We're talking Ghirardelli chocolate,
Okay.
specifically caramel.
Ooh, yeah.
Those ones are nice.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been a good boy when I get those. Maybe, let's see, what else would be in there? If it's my Uncle John,
Mm-hmm.
some scratch offs.
Okay.
Those would be in there, which
Really?
is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever get any magazines?
No,
I feel like maybe I got a magazine in there growing up.
in the stocking.
Catherine kind of gives my family a hard time because we, like the kids grew up with like these pretty big stockings that were just very stretchy. And so like our stocking stuffers
Oh,
were just like, just stacked. And like if they don't fit in there, my parents just put them out next to them or something.
this is a Christmas tradition. Is me looking at everything in my stocking, pulling it out, and then so unable to put it back in. I'm like, I know all this. How did my mom do this?
Right.
I mean, for 30 years, I've never been able to get everything back in the stocking. I'm like, you know what? Let's just keep the
She knows.
keep the
like,
cologne outside of
yeah,
it.
you put the cologne in first because it's going to weigh it down, whatever.
Did we try printer, fax machine?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, my family like kind of once my sisters got married, we started doing like, okay, everyone gets one stocking stuffer gift per person. You try to guess who got what, whatever. And so it's become more of like a gag gift thing, which is fun, but it's also like, did we just waste a bunch of money on, this, telenovela, novella, like this raunchy novel from Dollar Tree that I'm definitely not going to read as I'm going to bed on Tuesday nights. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, I think they're fun, but I don't think they're that exciting. I could take it or leave it is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Okay. Last but not least, overrated, underrated, celebrating Christmas starting on November 1st.
Oh, overrated.
Okay.
Chill out.
I agree. I just, I think there's something special about like waiting a little bit. Like if you celebrate Christmas too long, then it becomes less special.
Yeah, you stretch out the whatever you want to call it. The good times.
Yeah.
Good tidings.
And I think it's very easy to argue like, well, okay.
It's the best holiday. Why would I
Why
celebrate
wouldn't I
longer?
celebrate it more? Yeah. But there's something about like how exclusive it is. Same with the music. I love Christmas music during the season, but no other times.
And compared to other holidays, Christmas is the only holiday that we celebrate longer than one day.
Also true.
You know, and we're celebrating it for a full month. And so we were like,
Sure.
should it be 2 months? And it's like, that's kind of a long time for one holiday. You know, like,
That's a good point.
it's already cool that like, I was talking to somebody about this last night. I was like, it's just cool that like in America, we've adapted to like, hey, around Christmas time, which is a holiday that not everyone celebrates. So this is like a specific holiday to a certain belief system. We're all going to put up Christmas lights though, regardless of like, even though it's like almost like bad nowadays to have a stance on anything.
Yeah.
It's like, but we will put up Christmas lights no matter what. We will decorate for Christmas.
True.
Like I like that as a society. We're like, we're down with this.
Yeah, like city governments will put Christmas lights on their
Yeah. Christmas lights are awesome. I love
even though it's like all inclusive on everything else. It's like, but we're still doing Christmas lights.
Yeah, oh, of course.
we're not monsters. We're not barbarians.
So yeah, Christmas lights underrated.
Okay, that was called On Top Rated, Underneath Rated.
Thank you for playing.
Thank you for playing.
Sorry, there wasn't a fun song to go along with it. We used all of our songs for Guess Who's Dad.
That was fun. That was some fun
You
things.
cracked me. That's going to be people's favorite part of this episode. Now I got to name the episode Guess That Dad because people are going to want to find that to listen to you. And like, this is the episode where Brad screams. I'm going to quickly tell the March Madness story. It's time.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
All right. Once upon a time, I was dating a woman.
Nice.
Thanks. And
Pause for effect.
Nice, man.
Like, are you sure? Jake?
Just making sure you're listening. And waiting for the gasp of people listening.
You're kidding.
I'm imagining like the Imagine Dragons gasp. Dude,
that you can't do that too many times.
Yeah.
Kind of like that when we filmed the other day.
That was not good for the throat.
Can you tell that story real fast?
Yeah. It was just, I'm so excited to see that video. We haven't really talked about it yet. Maybe we can. I need to upload some of those clips to Patreon, I think. But yeah, we made a Starbucks husband video. We got the ladies involved. We were all married for a day. Or I guess I was the only one who got married. But it was just really fun. And part of there's like a kind of a fun twist at the end of the video. No spoilers. Even though it's probably out by the time this comes out. But anyway, we needed Trey, Brad, and myself to all give like a 3-second loud, what? And I just cut it short a couple times. Like, it needs to be way longer. And I was like, really? That wasn't 3 seconds?
Poor guy.
Because it really hurt my throat.
Poor guy was screaming, what? Multiple times.
Like, that wasn't
and Trey's like, 3 seconds, 3 seconds.
I was like,
okay. What?
I think I just got louder.
No. Yeah. And Trey would just stop you like halfway through. Like,
he's like, no.
What? No, longer. Oh man.
And then the final one was not even that loud. I was like, all right, let's go for length here, not volume.
And then you're like, what? Then you do it like 10 seconds. Like, okay.
All right, that was way too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, but throat still feels fine. I'm so thankful for it to be back.
Yeah, seriously.
I didn't tell anyone really this, but last week I had to Google white spots on uvula. I was like, dang it.
I didn't tell anybody.
Even when I was really sick, I never saw white spots on my dingle dangly. So that I was like, maybe that means it's healing. Normally that's good. When you see white spots, that's normally like, oh, good.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to tell myself.
What did Google tell you about it?
It said, not great.
So drink water.
Yeah, it said, get those out of there. But I don't know, whatever happened. Shout out steroid shot. I'm still just giving it all the glory. Okay, so I was dating a woman. We didn't get very far.
What?
Thank you.
Yep.
And that sounded like a Home Improvement. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, do I remember that?
And this is our third date. It is also important to note that we have not kissed yet. That might come up later. I don't know. And she lived like 30 minutes outside of town, but that night she was staying at her sister's house who lived in Kansas City. It's like more convenient. She's like, I'll go there, get ready. You can pick me up from there. Awesome. Go. Finally got to take her on a Chick-fil-A laser tag date. Mm-hmm. You guys know, like episode, one of the first 10, I feel like I talked about that and I'd never done it. And this was our third date, Chick-fil-A laser tag. Go get Chick-fil-A. What?
There's there's like such a stigma to like the third date being like this, like, whoa, third date is when you get all serious with somebody. It's like third
there I
date.
am.
Chick-fil-A's are I've been saving
What
myself.
I've always wanted.
I've been saving myself for Chick-fil-A's.
I don't get to third dates very often, you know. And so I go pick up Chick-fil-A. Then we go to a park, have a little picnic. Then we
Nice.
go to laser tag. We go to this place called Main Event. It's basically like a Dave and Buster's. I think a lot of major cities have them. But
Yeah.
right away we see the sign that says "Welcome to Monday Night Madness." And so we're like, oh, I didn't even know it was Monday Night Madness. I'm not checking I'm not on the email list. And so it was like, basically like all you can laser tag for like $10.
And it was like around March, April time, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was like
early April,
loosely based off March Madness, like the joke, right?
I didn't even really consider that, but yeah, probably.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was early April, but
Okay.
so it's like really cheap laser tags. Like great.
Yeah.
So we laser tagged our heinies off. It was so fun. We played so much laser tag, and we had a really fun night. And as we're leaving, she like walks out, and it's kind of physical. It's kind of funny, but she's like just so happy. She like claps her hands, arms go out wide. She goes, March Madness, and I'm kind of like awkwardly laughing. I'm like, what?
Yeah, like what's that from? Is that from a movie?
Is that
or
from
something?
Tommy Boy?
Yeah.
And she's like, that's like what we just did. It was March Madness. And I was like, are you meaning to say Monday Night Madness? So there's like this funny joke, like, oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. And I was like, no, I like that. Anytime something really cool happens, you got to give it like that. March Madness, right? Like there was just like this inside joke. So go back, drop her back off at her sister's house, walking her to the front porch, and heart's beating. This is every guy knows this. You're like, it's time. Enough is enough.
Chick-fil-A's are tagged. You got the MSG on your breath, and you're like, it's time.
Yeah, kind of like Michael's like traditionally on the third date. I'll do my own version. Traditionally on the third date is when I kiss.
Yeah.
Does Megan kiss on the third date? If she starts kissing me, I'll know for sure.
Something light, maybe soup. I love when he says that.
I always forget that line.
I don't know, maybe something light, maybe
soup. So there I am. Yeah, I'm in full soup mode. I'm like, maybe this is my soup snake. I don't know. And so make it happen. There's a little like awkward small talk beforehand. Go in, fireworks, ooh la la, kiss happens. Pretty short and sweet, solid. First kiss. I pull out and I'm like, March Madness. And, so it's kind of funny, this kind of like cute inside joke, but also like, oh, that was like the perfect time to use it. That was kind of fun.
Right.
And I should have said pull away earlier. And so, and I'm going to keep going.
So you pulled away and said March Madness. Yeah.
I said March Madness. And so it's got this funny thing. It was like a really just like solid, like, that was great. That was really fun. And a little inside joke, a little humor, memorable.
Yeah.
Good. Awesome. Have a good night. See you later. I drive home. I get home and she left like her purse or ID. Something that was like still in my car. So she's like, no problem. You just want to like come over tomorrow morning. I'll still be at my sister's house and you could drop it off to me there. I'm like, great. Go up the next morning and she's...
well, sorry. I remember the first time you told me this story, like you said you were like on cloud 9.
Oh, of course.
Car.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You were pumped. You were like, I don't know if you said this or not, but I'm imagining you like blaring some music, like pumped, like... And yeah,
every guy knows.
Yeah,
after that, when you're excited about someone and you finally like cross that off the list, I mean, you're on cloud 9. You're so fired up.
Yeah.
You're happy you had the soup because you're jumping around. You're bebopping around back to the car. And so next morning, go to give her a purse back. And when I get there, she's already on the front porch, which is like kind of weird. And it was like, I thought I might hang out a while. I'm already getting vibes that like either we're about to have some conversation or she's like, all right, thank you. See ya.
Yeah.
I was already like, this is not what I was expecting.
DTR.
So yeah, we got to talk remote. And she's like, so I just needed to tell you something real quick. I was like, okay. She's like, so last night was really great. I was like, yeah, I thought, yeah, right. I thought so. She's like, well, one problem. She turns to her left and reveals to me a Ring doorbell camera. And in that same moment, through the speakers, I hear her older sister's voice come through the speaker say, March Madness. And I
didn't know that.
Was awesome. Mortified. I died right there on that front porch. What I did actually was I went like head on the arm and just like sloppy into the siding, sloppy siding. And I just stayed there for 30 seconds. I was like, no. And I later found out that, in the moment, her sister's roommate,
right?
They're all getting notifications. There's
exactly like
unusual activity on your front porch.
Somebody's on your front
and
door.
like, oh, it's pretty unusual. Right? So I go straight to their phone. They've got video proof of this now. Like they're sending
and you can save it, right?
Yeah,
like,
I learned that they sent it to other people. And I'm like, Megan, you didn't even need to tell me. Like, I would have never known. I would have been none the wiser. She's like, I need to hear about this. You need to hear about this. I was like, that's fair.
It's one thing to like, say March Madness in like the like the inside joke, like the fact that you said that and these people were
And now
watching that had no idea.
They're like, why did you say March Madness?
Like, what kind of game does this guy have? What a weirdo.
Does he say that every time? What does that mean?
Yeah. Can't wait to tell the boys about this March Madness.
Can't wait to tell the boys back in March about this.
Oh my goodness.
So it was just a bummer to have that caught on camera and to know that it's in the hands of other people.
Yeah.
It's being passed around. People are like, Megan's sister's roommate is like in med school or something like that. She's like, I was having the hardest week, not even day, not even like hour or evening. It was like, I was having the hardest week and this cheered me right up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And so that's the March Madness story. So that's why I was so freaked out. I was like, I don't know what I'm like, not ready to tell people this. And Brad's like, just comment March Madness.
Yeah.
I was like, what? How do they know this?
Oh man. Yeah. It was on like a YouTube live thing that
You did it for the patrons.
on like, random like Wednesday at 10 a.m. or something. So there's like maybe 50, 75 people on this YouTube live. And somebody asked me, tell us something about Jake that we don't know. And I was like, oh man. Like, and it was like shortly after. And I was like, I'm not going to tell you the story because I don't think it's my story to tell. But I said, just comment March Madness and see what he says.
And it got my attention.
And right away, like the next day, somebody commented March Madness on YouTube. And Jake just texted me,
hey, Brad, what's going on here?
How'd you feel when you first read that? Do you remember?
I was just like, I don't think Brad would have told them, but like, how else would they know? Like to comment this? Like, this is definitely what they're referencing. But then Brad's like, I'm just messing with it. I just told him to comment that. I was like, okay.
Oh, did I? Yeah. Did I originally say like, I told him? Like,
no. You told me like, I just told him to comment that. And I was like, all right. So anyway, that's the story. On Patreon is Megan and I sitting down together to tell that story somewhat with the video footage. I will never let that get out. So you don't get to see the video footage of it happening, but you see me for the first time watching that because I obviously never wanted to see it. But for the patrons, Megan has it on her phone. And so she you
watched them watch it.
You guys watch us react to it, and it's really not great. It's and it was fun. It's kind of interesting. I hadn't talked to Megan in like 4 months, and I was like, hey, you want to get together on camera and make cool videos?
Do you mind? What do you mean?
But anyway, it was great. We told that story. People liked it so much that we told a different story on Patreon. I think that's even in 2 parts. So there's multiple videos. If if this sounds like something you'd like to hear more about, there's more stuff on there. So anyway, that's the story. And I think that's pretty much all I have to talk about. We've already been going for like an hour 25, Brad. So good for us.
Gosh, we're good.
We're good. Do you want to do like a voice memo or two and then
let's do
this
as many voice
up?
memos as you feel led. I've
Thank
just
you.
been feeling led, do some voice memo.
Good. Let me try to find the... Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on.
Here we go. You guys double knot your shoes? I've started every once in a while doing it.
Dang
it's
it.
nice.
It's not playing out of the...
All right.
keep going, Brad.
Let's see. That's about all.
I just had the double knot thing.
I had shout outs, but that was for a while back.
You guys...
Caleb Lee had a birthday like a month ago. Meant to say happy birthday, Caleb, but I didn't. But Caleb's a great fan of ours.
Yeah, I met him in Nashville. Came with his mom. Nice guy.
He's one of those guys that's been around for a long time. Has been a strong fan for a long time.
You guys double knot your shoes. All right, here we go.
Hey, Jake and Brad. Finally figured out how these voice memos work. Apparently, it's not really tricky at all. You just got to click a link and read.
Read.
Yeah, I just want to say that I enjoy listening to your guys' podcast. And it sounds like Jake has a pretty good memory. It seems like he can remember details pretty well. So that made me think it'd be interesting to know
As well as me.
what your first memories are. Could be whatever you want it to be. I'm real excited to see Jake and Trey perform in Minneapolis in December. Hopefully I able to meet you, but if not, a huge fan. And keep on being great. All right. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, Andrea. I like that she said our memories can be whatever we want. I like that.
It can be whatever you want. Your first memory, but just whatever you want it to
honestly,
be.
it doesn't even have to be a memory. Just tell me something. Just tell a story. That's cool. You're coming to Minneapolis show. That's happening tomorrow when we're recording this, but a week ago when you're hearing this. First memory. Also, Brad, I'm pretty sure has a better memory than me, but thank you for thinking that I'm very detail oriented when it comes to memories.
Thanks. I feel like I do too. I don't know if I have a better memory than you, but I kind of pride myself on my memory.
Yeah.
Which gets you in a lot of marital arguments that you don't need to get in. Because then Catherine's like, I am positive. And I'm like, I am positive. Where do you go from there?
How do we settle this? I don't have my phone, so I can't Google it.
My first memory. Do you have one?
I think we talked about it on the podcast before, but yeah, I remember mine.
Okay, it's very random. I think I was 3 years old. I was at my sister's, like, she threw discus back in the day, I think. And I was at in this field, like watching her. And I remember like taking my mom's purse and like bucking up and down and saying I was a rhinoceros.
Okay.
That's my first memory.
Not bad.
Yep.
Cool animal to
Frontier
start with.
Trail. Yeah.
So rare, valuable tusks.
Yeah. Just, I mean, I'm impressed that I knew how to say rhinoceros at that young of an age.
First sentence too. First memory and the first time you talked.
I'm a rhinoceros.
Like, oh my gosh, he's talking.
Holy, he's doing it. He's doing it.
Did he say mama or dada?
Dave? He's like, well, who's winning?
He said, I'm a rhinoceros. So I don't know. I think he's talking about you, Dad.
Yeah.
My first memory, from what I can remember, which is how it works, is I believe my 3-year-old birthday party. It was very primary color themed. It was so vivid that I think that's why.
Oh, sure.
It was train themed, and the tread was like deep blue, bright red, bright yellow.
Okay.
And I had a cake that was like the same design of train. And then also I was surprised, like they had painted my wall to also have it was the same design as this train. Like an entire wall was this
they
red.
Painted it like permanently.
I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Red, blue, and yellow train. Like it was just like a really vivid day. I was like, my cake is this train. Now my wall is this train.
Wow.
I think I'm a train.
Do you think when we go to heaven, we'll be able to look back at like when we're 3 years old? Like I would like to do it. No, you're not 2 years old, but 3 years old.
I'll be honest, Brad. I don't know a lot of specifics about heaven.
I don't either.
I can talk to a guy.
I would just really like to. I don't know if there's going to be.
I would like to have all access to everything.
Right.
I want to go back to specific days of my life.
Right.
I'd like to see future access of people still living.
Yeah.
I want the full filing cabinet.
It's probably going to seem so insignificant when we're there, but,
like, who
but
cares
right now,
about-
I just think it'd be so fun to be like, what was I like as a 1-year-old? Was I just like Bo?
Yeah.
You know, or was I, whatever. My mom said I was an easy baby. Was I? You know, or she just have selective memory.
She just meant to say, yeah, you really love the easy bake.
Oh,
yeah. I was easy baby. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mom.
Oh, awesome. And thank you, Andrea. Next up is Kayla.
Hey, Jake and Brad. This
Hi.
is Kayla from Seattle. I'm a big fan of the pod. Jake, I don't know if you remember, but I'm the girl that got that video that girl asked to record with you.
Yes.
My friend Eden was at your show and asked you to make a video for me, and
Eden
I
and her
saw
dad.
it literally made my life. So thank you so much for doing that.
Oh, wow.
Real nice of you.
How do you literally
Anyway,
make noise?
I work at a Chick-fil-A here in Seattle, and sometimes it gets a little boring asking the same questions over and over again to every customer. So I was wondering if you guys had any ideas of questions I could ask to make the shift a little more interesting, you know? Sometimes chicken just doesn't do it. So what do you guys think? What are some good questions I could ask?
Wow, we're going to Chick-fil-A in Seattle. That's like behind enemy lines. You know?
Yeah.
Enemy's the wrong word. I'm just joking.
First of all, I do remember sending you that video. There was like a big line of ghosties waiting to meet me, and then this one girl was like, "Can you make a video for my friend?" So I like really had to perform. It was like, this isn't just for Kayla. This is for like these other 12 people to also see like, can he pull this off?
Yeah.
But they laughed, so I think it worked. Questions she can ask people.
That's
at Chick-fil-A.
That's a fun prompt. I think you have to make sure that it's quick answers though. It can't be like,
It was me.
Jacob.
It's because I got a new computer.
Yeah! What are you just never done a podcast before? What is this, like 137 episodes and you still do stuff like that? Oh, just turn it off, Jake. You're so popular. Loser.
I'm going into preferences now. How do I turn this up? Oh, play sound effects. Yep, it was clicked.
Oh,
Dang it.
Feels good.
Dang it.
I looked down and I was like, that wasn't me.
Yeah. My
Oh,
laptop
man.
got fixed, and they did a really nice thing where they just wiped my laptop clean and sent it back to me. So I have 0 apps on my, like, as we got here today, I had to download Adobe Audition and Google Chrome when I got here. So sound effects are auto turned on, guys. And the freaking text we got was Derek
Picture of Trey on a pony.
Yeah, he edited a screenshot of a video. Brad is showing it to the camera now of Trey on a Shetland pony. So thank you, Derek. It cost me a lot of grief.
Thanks a lot, Derek, for taking pictures of Trey on a horse, but not me. When I got bucked off of it. Okay.
Anyway. Oh yeah, questions to ask people. Like do you double down your shoes? That's a quick answer.
Yeah, you can't be like, what's the third best thing that happened to you today?
Yeah, what's something you're looking forward to tomorrow?
Because then it's like, I don't know. And then it's like, there's so many people in line. It's Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Do you double knot your shoes?
Republican, Democrat.
Strawberry or grape jelly?
Yeah.
Republican or Democrat?
You start brushing on your top row or bottom row when you start.
Yeah.
What's the last thing you try off when you get out of the shower?
Cold or hot water on your brush?
Do you have trouble with lefty loosey, righty tighty, or do you normally figure it out?
Do you know the difference between Phillips head and flathead?
Yeah. Do you use Q-tips or you just kind of dig in with your finger?
Have you trimmed your nose hairs in the last 5 months?
Noise canceling headphones. Underrated, overrated.
Do you believe it? Yeah. Do you sleep in them? Do you have carpet or hardwoods in your house?
Mm-hmm. What's the deal with Santa?
I mean, Saint Nick. Does this guy?
Come on.
I mean, give me
Chris Kringle. How many names does this guy have?
What's the deal with Santa? Welcome to Chick-fil-A. What's the deal with Santa? How can I get started? Where can I get started?
Yeah. My name's Kayla. I'll be taking care of you today. This whole internet thing's really taken off, huh? Something like that.
Okay. What's your favorite Christmas movie? That's a seasonal one.
That's good.
But it doesn't have to be. Depends on who you are. I celebrate for, basically post Thanksgiving, but other people might want to answer later.
Hey, my name's Kayla. I'll be taking care of you today. How closely do you follow the washing instructions on like your clothes?
Mm-hmm.
Do you do exactly what they say?
Where's the farthest you've ever traveled? That's a quick answer.
Domestically, though. I don't want some answer that's going to take a while to explain.
Oh, it's just a quick answer. Spain.
Right. Right. There's some.
Yeah.
That also reminds me.
What would you bring to a potluck dinner? Sugar bacon. I don't know.
Sugar bacon.
This woman at my church growing up had this amazing bacon, and it was like only at potluck. It was like, you got to get Chris Belden's bacon before it runs out.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
It reminds me, whenever you go to Smoothie King, when they get it with your order, they say, and if you'd like to direct your attention to the screen, it's going to ask you a question.
Ask you a few questions.
Yeah. And I like the idea of it not asking you to tip or to sign. It's just like, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Fried chicken or grilled?
Beefs,
yeah. Like, it's like, even the employee's like, I don't know what this is going to ask you, but it's going to ask you something. So
it's just like a magic 8 ball.
Like we don't know things out of mind of its own.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we've talked about this on the podcast before. Now that I think of it.
We've at least talked about it at some point.
Hey, that's my bad, guys.
But you never know. Honestly, I was like, we've definitely talked about this. I didn't know if it was on the podcast or if our lives are just that funny in real life. So
no, I just started to realize that because I remember the last time we got on this bit, I was talking about it's actually the employee who just wants gratification. Like, do you think the guy who works here is cute? Oh. Like, those are the questions. He's like, I don't know how those get on there. I don't know how. Anyway, let's do our reviews of the week.
Okay.
And now it's only been 2 days since Brad and I have last recorded. So not a lot has gone down, but this is great. How great this episode has been. Nothing has even happened to our lives. Basically, it's only been 2 days. But
I just saw the title of this one, and it made me laugh.
Go for it.
So it's these guys really raised the rough, and man, so we put that in the that audio in at the very end of our episode last week.
Good job, Justin.
And I listened to it, and I laughed so hard again.
At just the audio,
dude. Like, just anytime, I think we've talked about it already, but anytime Jake fails at all, it's so funny to me because he never fails. Like, Jake just does everything so well that's like anytime he struggles with anything, it makes me laugh so hard. So these guys really raised the rough from Meg Buck, probably. It's probably Megan. This podcast changed my daily routine and truly haven't listened to the radio in months. I started my first podcast with Correct Opinions when my daughter was a newborn and I couldn't go many places due to the pandemic. I eventually found my way over to Ghostrunners and started from episode 1 back in August. It's now December, and now that I'm officially caught up, I truly don't know what I'm going to do with my own thoughts while I prep meals, drive around town to get my daughter to sleep, and complete mundane chores. You guys have truly lifted my spirits during my transition to motherhood, and I sincerely appreciate the clean comedy with faith-based interjections. You two not only make me laugh, but I'm happy to say that my 1-year-old bobs her head every time the Ghostrunners podcast beat drops, and she both claps and laughs along with you two on a daily basis.
That's sweet.
I want to get Bo. Once Bo starts talking, I want to put him maybe at the first song or the last song, have him say Ghostrunners podcast.
Oh.
Like, he'll be like, because he's like, he does this thing. He's like, oh, do. Like if you're like, Bowie, come here, bring the ball. He'd be like, the ball, do. Like he kind of talks like, do. Anyway, so I'd be like, Ghostrunners podcast.
That's fun.
Needless to say, this duo is not bad. My husband never has to ask, who have I got here? Because he already knows your voices are emanating. That's fun. Emanating from my phone when he walks through the door while I'm making dinner in the evening. I love y'all, and I'm so happy to watch your growth and where God will take you. Bye. And this is a 5-star review, by the way.
It was 5.
Yeah. Thank you, Meg Buck.
Mine is very
sweet.
similar. It says, this podcast is amazing. Reckon it's the best pod I've ever listened to. So funny.
Less
Review of the
word.
week.
Why say more words when less words do trick?
When less word do trick. That was from Willie08. Thank you, Willie08.
Yeah. Big
I
Wiley.
really liked it.
Wiley style. All right.
Okay. Brad, would you like to end this episode with a jingle?
Let's end it with a jingle from Aubrey Magoon.
Okay.
Longtime fan, first time jingle writer. We've met her in person, so we're friends with her. And I'm going to try to do this justice, Aubrey, because I think you did a great job with it. So let's do it.
Do you have a preference on which instrumental this is?
Oh, it's the one that has their album cover, I
Both
think.
of these kind of do.
I'm sure it's the first one's fine, I think.
First one's fine, probably. Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Hey, let's just see. Oh, yeah. Fun end of the song.
That's a little Morse code in there.
That was awesome. Good job,
Yeah.
Brad. Good job, Aubrey.
The goon.
The goon. That was really fun.
Goonster.
Really fun. Really
Really
good ending.
fun. Yeah.
Really fun. Really fun.
Really fun. So have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
I don't know why we're always worried about filling time. We're like, man, we're recording like back to back. It's going to be tough. No problem.
When have we ever, what I would like to see in the last 50 episodes, what our shortest episode is. It's got to be.
The only ones that are even somewhat shorter are my throat episodes that went like between an
How
hour.
short were those?
Like an hour 25.
That's
I'm like,
not
all
that
right,
short.
All right, guys.
All right.
My
yeah.
throat's literally on fire, so I'm going to have to cut it short after an hour, 20 minutes.
Flu game.
Hey, thank you guys for listening. I really do hope you have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
We're appreciative of all you guys, as always. Yeah. And just hope everyone's doing well. If you're not doing well, hope it goes better soon.
Try to find things in life that are really important to you and cling to them.
Mm-hmm.
Find your support system. This is our last episode, I think, in the studio. I'm almost positive. It's got to be. The episode next week is going to be a review episode. We talked about last week, like a year in review, the best bits of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So we won't be recording anything. It'll just be like a rerun episode. And then after that, we'll be in the new house.
Sheesh.
Which seems just impossible to get this all done by then. But we'll figure something out.
It seems so far away, though.
Yeah, but also it's like we
stored up a few right now.
Yeah,
so
we're fine.
Good.
We're fine.
We'll get it. It'll be fun. See you guys February 12th.
See you guys February 12th.
Ghostrunners.live for all your merch needs. Patreon.com for all your supportive needs of us. Thanks for listening. Tell your friends if you're liking it. If you're not liking it, why are you still listening? It's like been an hour, 45 minutes of this podcast.
You should probably turn it off by now then.
Oh man, we love you guys.
Love you guys.
Love my family. Love my wife, Hattie. I mean, my wife, Catherine.
There you go.
What did Gunnar say last night?
Batty and Hathrin.
Yeah.
Or Hattie.
Caddy and Hathrin.
It's tough to screw up.
My son, Bo, and my dad and my mom. My dad's name is Dave.
Good.
My mom's name is Georgianne. Love them all. And my sisters too.
Okay.
Let's keep going. My aunt,
the discus throwers.
Yeah, my sister Dana, the discus thrower, DD, and Julie, the motivational youth group speaker that does Tommy Boy stuff. Wow, just talked about most of my family this episode. So
good for you.
All right, you have anything?
No. No,
I don't love them.
Yeah.
All right,
you said enough. See you guys next week. Kinda.